What's up, guys, and welcome back to another episode of House Flipper. As always, if you guys are enjoying this series, make sure you leave a like on the video. It'd be greatly appreciated. Today, we're actually going to be tackling the final job here, courtesy of the Pets DLC. This one is clear down here, kind of close to the little train car, but it is the Pets Haven job. It says Morgan's pet care turned out to be a great success. One-man operation at first, now it runs on a handful of paid employees and volunteers. Many animals were rescued and found new homes. His current problem is the lack of space. Thanks to the local sponsors, he could finally buy an old animal shelter. The next step is its renovation. So again, we're going to be working with good old Morgan. And this is his new pad. Seems a bit rough, but we'll see what he has to say about things.
It's already been a journey, yet I feel it's just the beginning. There is still a lot to do. I've planned it from the very first day. I worked so hard, and we got it. A real game changer for pets.
Trash.
They deserve a decent
I love
place to go
trash.
before they find their homes. This place. Here, they will get everything they've always missed. We'll do our best to make them feel wanted and important. It will be a refuge for the neglected, a haven for the abandoned, a starting point for a better tomorrow.
What a great guy. What a stand-up guy. Like, someone like that, someone with so much passion for rescuing animals, that's exactly the type of person that should be running this type of facility. So, first mostly here, as we usually do, we're going to make our way around the exterior of the property. Then we'll make our way inside and actually check things out. I have already been warned by a couple of you, actually, that this job may take us a little while. So we might be, doing this in 2 parts, maybe even 3 parts. But I guess we'll have to wait and see. So, like I said, I'm just going to take care of these weeds really quick, just so we can get it out of the way. And then we'll check out the inside. With that done, let's make our way inside so we can start cleaning up the trash. You guys know I love cleaning up trash. It is actually my favorite thing in this game. A little bit of sarcasm there. It's not bad. I just, every single house, granted not with this DLC, but for the most part, every single house typically has some trash inside of it. And it's just one of those things that kind of gets old after a while. Not complaining. I know it sounds like I'm complaining. Oh, dude, all these old cages and stuff we can just dispose of. Good. Glad he's not planning on keeping those around. It's just not a good look. Not a good look for Morgan's pet care. All right, that is a good majority of the trash now cleaned up in here. Got a lot of, soot, I guess, on the ceiling, which is strange. Let's go right around the corner here. Got another little room over there. Some more trash. So there's actually a few entrance points into this place. Rather than having a garage here, it's just a double door. I haven't actually seen a door like this before. Very fitting, though. Definitely very fitting for an animal shelter. We've got some turlets in here. The double stall. Got a double sink over there as well. Yeah, this is definitely going to be a long job. It's a big one for sure. All these rooms are completely unfinished. So, it's going to take quite a bit of work to get this place up and running again, but Morgan's trusting us with it, so hopefully we can deliver on our promise here. These are probably going bye-bye, so we'll just go ahead and scrap those quick. All right, I think that's all the rooms now gone through. I suppose we'll just start in the front entryway here, and we're going to be selling this front door, which I kind of like. So hopefully we're going to be replacing that with something else. We're also going to be scrapping that window. And then let's get a new door. Ooh, this is definitely a little bit better looking. Oh my god, dude, it's so loud. Definitely a little bit better looking for a animal shelter. So I'm cool with that. Solid decision there, Morgan. All right, next up, we're just going to be cleaning the dirt up, which is pretty easy, just right there in the middle of the floor. Let's actually go around to the additional rooms here and just make sure everything is nice and clean in these as well. Got a bunch of stuff on the ceiling in here. A little bit of deer tay on the bottom portion of these walls as well. Looks like that one is done. Back in here, no deer tay. This room, pretty clean, pretty clean. But the backside over here is not looking so hot. Definitely seen better days. And I think that's actually all of it. Didn't take us too terribly long here. Let's head back up to the front entryway, and we can see what we're going to do next. We're going to be doing some wall tiles in here. We've got 2 different types of brick. I guess we're going to get the choice of which one we're going to go with. See what that one looks like, compare it to the other. This one just seems a little bit smaller and a little bit darker. I kind of like this one more, so let's grab, God, a couple of these. There's only like 10, if I remember right, in each little tile package that you can put down. So we've got that done. Now onto the floor. We're going to first fill in that doorway gap right there. Probably could have done a little bit better job at that, but it's all good. $341. And then the bathroom tile, I'm cool with leaving that in the doorway. There's going to be a door there anyway, so ultimately I don't think it matters too much. So that is this room done for now. Let's go over here to the bathroom. We're going to be mounting 2 sinks, and then they'd like us, or Morgan would like us, to paint this with these 2 colors. All right, cool. We'll do a little bit of copper. Looks like there might already be some on that wall there, so we could probably continue from where they left off. And then this other color that I can't pronounce. Just off the back of the bathroom here, we've got a very, very large room. No idea what any of these rooms are supposed to be apart from the bathroom, of course, but we'll find out in due time. We're doing 3 different types of tile back here, so I guess we'll get these placed down as well. Maybe do 4 of the white ones, we'll do 4 of the pink ones, and then lastly 4 of the blue, and hopefully that'll be enough to get us rolling here. I do think also that mowing the lawn, since the grass is really, really long, I think mowing the lawn would be welcome here. You know, we don't want the animals to be jumping around in this tall grass here. They'd probably appreciate a little bit of a mowed lawn. So with those tiles down, we've got some kids' wallpaper of forest animals. Seems fitting. Moving on to the floor tiles, got a larger, like rectangular shaped floor tile. Sort of a white or a beige cream color. That is going to be its own separate room, so I think we just need to continue this out till about here. And then same thing on this side, we just have this little enclave right there. Let's check out this little room back here, see what we have to do. Got some light blue, I think those are wall tiles again. Alrighty. Let's place down like 5 of those probably, just for good measure. Oops, wrong room. Kind of right in the doorway here, and it thinks we're suddenly in the larger room there. Then we've got some blue floor tiles. We're going to take that from corner to corner as we do. Fill in that little doorway gap as well. I think the gap would look better if we filled it in with this tile. So let's do that. There we go. With that one done for now, let's continue on over to this side of the property. And actually, let's start in this room. We're not changing the floor or doing anything in here. This is like a storage room, I guess. Okay, I was thinking that was going to be like a secondary entrance point, but it's all good. And here, we're going to do 2 different colors, I believe. Sometimes they want us to do 2 different colors. Sometimes they're just giving us the option to choose one of the 2. I have no idea what the case is here, so we're just going to try both of them. Hopefully that's what old Morgan is after. Fill in the doorway gap there, and we are done with this one. Now, the second largest, or actually maybe this is the largest room in the house. It's going to be this one here. We're first going to be selling the sliding glass door over here. It's got some broken glass on it. Not good for pets. Definitely not good for pets. And we'll be replacing it with a brand spanking new one, of course. Perfect. Oh, this one goes all the way to the ceiling, too. That's nice. I don't think the other one did. I wasn't really paying attention, but I don't think it did. And then before we really do anything else in here, Morgan would like us to build some walls up. So let's go ahead and tackle that. We're going to do our little pillar thing that we usually do here. Of course, this side's not really going to work out, is it? So now that we have that, we can scroll wheel it up, fill in the large gap, and then we'll do a pillar here. Now we can scroll wheel it up right there, fill that in, and then in between, I think these gaps here, we're going to be doing some lintels. So those will all be doorways. This is probably going to be like the kennel area. if I had to guess. All right, we've got all the full-size walls in position. So let's scroll wheel it up now in these doorways. Whoops, accidentally put the lintels away. Right there. Moving on to this one. Then we've got this one just behind us. And then last but not least, this guy right there. Perfect. Okay, walls constructed. Now it's going to tell us what they would like to put on these walls. So let's drop down a pretty big can of the large peach. Or wait, no. Bright peach. A pretty large can of the bright peach. Yikes. It's fine. I'm not worried about it. Now we have some wallpaper. I'm thinking wallpaper's probably going to go in these rooms. So let's just add 1 or 2 into each of them. We could use it as like a backdrop for each kennel if that is what this room's going to be. Just one of those things that you don't know until you're just about done with the thing. All right, and then floor tiles is going to be the same one that we used in the entryway, but a different color. And I appreciate that. You don't want everything to be all the same. That's how people get bored. Let's bring this all the way into this room. I'm not going about this the right way whatsoever. I should have just like started over here and did one of these. Yep, that's definitely quite a bit easier. All right, let's make sure we got all the nooks and crannies filled in though. And then this is going to get extended out to there. Oh, it's the same floor that we used in that room. All right, fill that in. And then doorways probably fine being the tile. I'm okay with that. All right, that's going to be this room complete for right now. Again, we'll come through and do the remaining stuff room by room as we usually do. On this one, we're doing the exact same floor tile yet again. Thankfully, this is just a big square. So we'll take that from corner to corner. And buying objects is the last thing. Sweet. Moving right along then. I feel like we're progressing fairly quickly. We didn't need any tile, or floor tile, I mean, in the bathroom. So let's do this small room over here next. We've got some more bright peach. It's a smaller room. We'll stick with the medium can. That'll probably be okay. And then we've got like these terracotta-esque floor tiles. Fill in the door gap first. Bring that over there. And that over there. Nice. Then in this room, surely we're going to be changing up the walls. Or not. Or not. That's cool too. No sweat. Let's do that. And then this door gap, I think I'll actually do with this white panel wood instead of that tile. There we go. Over here, I guess we should just walk over into the next room to see what this one's going to be. Ooh, this is cool, you guys. An indoor potty space. That is sick. I actually didn't know that this floor tile existed until just now. So that's given me some good ideas for our own personal property. We could have... Who doesn't want a potty room? You know, we could have the sickest potty room in town. Next, looks like we're going to be selling another window in here. The only window in the room. And that just leaves us with buying objects. So let's make our way now to the front of the property. I'm going to hit you guys with a little time lapse. We're going to go through, get all the wall tiles put up, all the wallpaper put up, and of course, all the rooms painted. I'll see you here in a few minutes. definitely went into that way too confident, you guys. The kennel room definitely gave me a run for my money. All right, so in here, it's just all brick. Very, very simple. I regret not choosing the other brick a little bit because I think in this room that it would have been a closer match. But anyways, it's already done. Not that big of a deal. The kennel room, though, this room right here was just an absolute nightmare. So I originally placed down all of, like, this hallways stuff, which was just the paint and the good dog wallpaper. So I was in here painting in all these rooms and putting wallpaper, like, on the back wall on the windows and stuff. And then as soon as I entered in, I was like, wait a minute, they're asking us to do other stuff in here. And I just kind of freaked out. So I did sort of like a checkerboard tile with the linoleum there. I think that actually turned out really good. And then I had actually painted over a lot of these rooms, already had a portion of them complete with the woodwork in here, and I painted over it. So I had to do that again. We definitely wasted a little bit of money, but it's fine, right? It's fine. It's just gonna hurt the bottom line of our budget, that's all. But yeah, man, it was bad. It was really, really bad. Managed to get it sorted. The good dog wallpaper, though, he was asking for 30 specifically. We could go over that number a little bit anyways until we, have to paint a little bit more. But I think it's fine. I think it's good-ish. Could be better, maybe. I just can't think of a better spot to put the wallpaper. Like, if you do it in between these doorways, then it just looks kind of funny. So we're gonna roll with this. Hopefully it's all fine and dandy, but I guess we'll find out as soon as we start putting some stuff in there. In this room, it's 3 different types of tile, and then the, like, kids wallpaper, which I was definitely questioning at first, but it does have a lot of, like, different animals on it, so kind of makes sense for this space. In here, it's just all blue. I think this, judging by the list of things we're supposed to place in here, is like the wash area for the pets, which is actually pretty cool. And then let's see, what am I forgetting? On this side, we have the bathroom now. Interesting color scheme choice from him, for sure. This wall was already painted the proper color, but it was letting me paint over it again anyways, so I went ahead and did that. And then I didn't think we had enough of the copper, so I did this back wall here in copper as well. Back in this room, nothing. He wants nothing back here, apart from, like, buying some objects. But as far as the walls and the floor go, nothing going on in there. This room, again, I just tried to sort of continue what we've done in the other rooms, where we'll have, like, one major wall, one color, and then the 3 remaining just another color. Back here, I already showed, it's just all brick. We didn't actually have to touch that room whatsoever. And then on the far side of the property, this very well could be a 2-part job, but we'll see what we can get to happen here. This room didn't have to touch. This room also didn't have to touch, so that saved quite a bit of time. And then this room, we just had to paint this nice beige, or I think this is actually bright peach. But that's it. We got all the walls done, finally. Definitely took me a long time, a lot longer than I thought it would. But let's continue on in the front room, where we're going to start buying and placing down all the objects in here. Starting off with the light switch, as we usually do. I just like doing this because then we can actually flip the lights on once we get those placed in. So with that done, we're going to grab 4 ceiling titties and place them probably in all 4 corners of the room. Should hopefully illuminate this space just enough. We gon' see. We gon' see. Wow, those are actually pretty close as far as their alignment goes. That looks good. That looks good to this one. And those 2 look pretty close as well. Alrighty, there's our lights done already. And then I think this is going to be like the reception type area, so that's why we're going to be placing in this corner desk. I am going to adjust the color, though, because I'm not super crazy about that wood, especially going up against the brick. Something like white wood would probably be a good choice in here. You know, we've got some dark floor. We've got the red from the brick on the walls. So let's pop this down right about there. I think that'll work. Kind of looks like a reception area already. Next up, we've got the laptop. We'll place that right over here. And get the backlight on from the keyboard, of course. Then we have a couple of, like, filing type dealios. We'll put that over here on this corner of the desk. Next, we have the Woody office chair. I like the brown, but I want it to be a bit more brown. So we're going to opt in for this one. I think that looks pretty solid as well. Then we've got office bookshelf. Oh, the 2 couches. And the only logical place to place these is probably on the largest wall in the room. Just make sure that that is right up against the corner. Perfect. Maybe we have a little table to put in between those. We do not. Okay, but there is a plant. We can definitely cram a plant over there. This, I want to do all white thing. It's a little bit deeper than I thought it was, but I think it fits over there pretty well. We'll leave a little bit of space out from the wall so this door doesn't get hit by it. Or I guess the cabinet doesn't get hit by the door. You know what I mean. And then moving on here, we have the cat on the fence wall hanger. We're going to swap out the metal for some black steel and then paint it white, just so we kind of match the overall theme we've got thus far. It's a solid looking decorational piece, so we'll put that over there. Decorational isn't a word, is it? I should be saying decorative piece. Oh, no entry sign. Okay, well, we definitely want to let the guests, our clients, enter into the bathroom. So let's place that just above this doorway. I think that makes the most sense for that. Now we have this plant here. Oh, the train's going by. I hear the train. I don't see it. There it is. There it is. And actually, I want to take a look and see if we can see the train car house. Oh, we can. Look at it. That's great. That's awesome. Cool. I'm really, really excited to take a look at that. But we'll probably do that here before too long. Don't worry. As you guys can probably tell, you've probably gathered this by now, I would think, but I'm getting a little tired of doing the jobs. I'm ready to take matters into my own hands and actually start, you know, flipping some of these properties on our own without the input of, say, Morgan, for example. Next, we have the pet clock, though. Again, we're going to change that to white. Actually doesn't look the greatest on the clock, but we want our employee, our receptionist, to be able to see that. So let's place that right up there. You know, she's got to be checking the time. Maybe she's got a hot date. You never know. Bathroom sign, of course, going to go right above the bathroom doorway. And then we have a neon dog. Let's choose white on that as well. These, I think I want to place right above the couch. So it almost looks like the dog's perched up on the couch. And then same thing with the cat. Thankfully, it's facing a different direction. So we can place that one right there. Little low, maybe. We should probably bring those up just a tad. I think that looks pretty cool. Definitely happy with that. All right, moving on. Let's tackle the bathroom next. We want to get our, you know, infrastructure in place. First and first mostly. Ooh, they're going to give us the option to choose our very own sinks. So let's get maybe the left sink. What's the top look like on that? So we've got a little bit more space on the left here. Also looks like we have a bit of a bevel or a bit of a curve on the left side, and this side is flat. So they should be able to butt up nicely together. We're going to go with white wood on this as well. Countertop seems fine to me. The gold faucet, though, and like cabinetry hardware, I'm not a super big fan of. So we're going to swap that out for just some black hardware there. I'm going to try to use the tiles sort of as our midpoint. So we'll place the left one down over there. Now we need the right side, and we'll do exactly the same thing. Same hardware and everything like that. Place that down right there. I think that looks pretty nice. Go ahead and assemble these. It's gonna leak. I know it's gonna leak. It's to be expected, especially now that I just did that. Unbelievable. You'd think I'd learn my lesson after all this time playing House Flipper, but I haven't. Oh, what? Wait, this is the sink that never leaks for whatever reason. I can assemble this however I want, and it's not gonna leak whatsoever. So yeah, let's crank those little knobs on. I just really want to put this to the test. There we go. Get the additional stuff put in there. No leaks. Yet again. Just for that reason, they're my new favorite. And then we need 4 bathroom doors in here. What type of woodwork we got going on? Like on the windows and whatnot? It's kind of like the gray wood, almost. These doors are black in color. These are a little bit lighter wood. I think for that reason, I'm going to go with the gray wood option here. We'll do all black hardware on these as well. And then our last door is going to be opening up into this area. Hopefully there's another like no entry sign that we can place above this one. Let's see, how do we want this to open? I'm not concerned about the locking mechanisms. I never am. It is only game, after all. The only thing I am concerned about is which direction the doors actually open up. So that looks pretty good if you ask me. Let's see if we have another one of those no entry signs. We do not, but there is a hand dryer, which is really, really cool. I'm going to place that. Maybe, well, we probably want it a little bit closer to the sinks, don't we? Let's just put that maybe on this wall. That's fine. I'm okay with that. Moving on, we have 2 ceiling tatés. Yet again, we'll place one right there. We'll do the other in between these 2 doors, just like so. Perfect. And then I didn't do my light switch before, so let's grab that. We'll place that right next to the hand dryer, and then we'll do the other one, because I guess they need 2 in such a small room. Maybe right here, since this door is actually going to open up against that wall. Be a little bit trickier to get to the light switch if it's over there. I think that looks pretty nice, so let's keep on trucking. We've got the mirror module. That's going to go horizontal, and we can place that down right there. Seems good, seems good. Actually, can it go down a little bit further, or is that as low as it goes? There we go. Yeah, well, I don't know. There's no backsplash or anything, so yeah, let's just roll with that. Now we have a trash can. It's going to be for the paper towels and whatnot. We'll place that right over here. It is going to be sort of behind the door, but I'm just trying to conserve space. You know, it is a fairly small bathroom after all. And then we have the radiator plumbing. That'll go right underneath this window. Now, of course, they're going to ask us to install this radiator, so we'll place that down right there yet again. And then these rarely ever leak on me. I don't think, well, I shouldn't say I don't think that I've ever had one leak, because there's too many House Flipper episodes here on the channel for me to say that. I don't even remember yesterday, you guys, let alone a House Flipper episode I recorded close to 2 years ago now, I'm sure. This little guy, just a little decorative thing. I don't really know where we should put him at, though. Let's place him right over here. A little bit of additional decor in the hallway portion. Now for these bathrooms, these are actually technically separate rooms, so they should have their own lights. We'll just do a simple halogen bulb right up there in the middle of the room. And then same thing in this one, right there. Next up, we have 2 light switches, of course. I'm going to place that one there since the door opens that way. And then this side, same thing. And now we got the turlet. We'll see what turlet. Oh, they're going to give us the choice again. We got to go with the flatty. You already know we got to go with the flatty, you guys. It's like tradition here at this point. There we go. We'll get this thing assembled. Move on to the next one. Nice, nice, nice. And then toilet paper holder is going to be the very last thing. We'll place that down right there and do the exact same thing in this room. The thing I'm really enjoying about this job overall is that it's like a commercial type building instead of just doing like a regular old house. So we would never do stalls like this in one of our own houses. So it's kind of unique, I guess. Moving on now to the gender reveal room. I'm not really sure what this is, but that's just kind of the vibe I'm getting. Morgan would like us to place 3 of these fire-rated doors in here. The only problem is there's 4 possible openings where these 3 doors could go. So I'm guessing he's going to want one right here. We'll have like the push to open on the back side. So let's see if that's going to work. Yeah. Perfect, 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 perfect. And then over here, we'll do another one of those. Still going with the gray wood. I think that's just what's going to look best. Light switch is going to go right in the middle of that tree. Kind of forgot we didn't have any lights in here just yet. What are we doing? Some of these guys. Okay, Sure, we can make that work. Let's flip on the lights. We'll see if that's too much. I think it's actually good. I'm okay with that. All right. Moving right along here, we have the grooming tables for the animals. We've got some towels, a little bit of decorative stuff, nothing too crazy. Vertical radiator plumbing system. Let's find a nice size wall to put that. Maybe just here would work. I don't want to cover up too much of the little raccoon because he's pretty cute over there. Let's grab the dark steel version so it sort of matches the doors. Let's just barely cover up the raccoon's tail. You know, we need him to be visible at all times. He's just too cute. There it is. All right, radiator done. That's my more preferred radiator design. The other ones just seem a bit too modern looking in my opinion. We've got a pretty decent size shelf. I'm not sure what the variant is. Oh, that makes it easier to see. Just more shelving. So let's get the one with the most shelves. And then the wood, it's going to be the gray wood if we can find it. That guy there. And dark steel again. And since I don't really know what's going to go on the gender reveal wall over here, instead of placing that shelf in between, I think I'm just going to place it over there for right now. We can always move it if we don't like that position. Oh, maybe this is just a boy and girl grooming area. That would make sense, I suppose. We'll place one grooming table there. And we'll do the other just in front of that window. Cool. I'm here for it. And then the last stuff we have is just like grooming, decorative things. 4 boxes with a lid. You know the deal. And there we go. I think that is all the grooming supplies. So this must be just the grooming room or the grooming space. And then in this room, this is going to be the washroom. So we'll see what all we need to add in here. Got a towel radiator, light switch. Gotta always kick it off with the light switch. I was definitely worried that they were gonna leave this brick here in the doorway exposed, but now that we're in this new room here, you can see that we're gonna be adding that little bad boy Billy right there. We're doing the gray wood yet again. Got the light switch moved around. This is gonna be probably the largest object apart from that doorway thing. So let's place that on this far wall right there. If we had a dog, we could call it up there, but we don't yet, sadly. After this job, you guys, after this job, next episode, we're getting a dog, all right? Spoiler. I'm pretty pumped about it. Hopefully some of you guys are as well. We're going to do a small little shelf, I guess, just right here. Probably fine. And put some shampoo on it. Of course. Of course, of course. Kind of rotate them around. Don't want it to look like too perfect. And then these, since we did white towels elsewhere, let's do the exact same in this space. Place those right up there. Moving right along here, we've got the towel radiator. This is just the plumbing for that, so that's going to go right up on that wall. And now we can get this thing installed. I think, if I remember correctly, I had a leaky one of these in the previous episode, and I just couldn't figure out why. So the water's going to come in from here, so we want to do the bottom collar first, or the bottom nut, whatever you want to call this, but now it's not letting me select it. Okay, I guess the outline just wasn't there for it. And then top, somehow I messed that up. Somehow, wait. I was really, really worried right there. I thought I broke it. I think we're good. Moving on. We've got 2 fluorescent lights. They probably want most of the light over here, or actually on either side. So we'll put one there, and we'll do the other just here. Seems like they're equally spaced-ish. Should be fine. Let's click on the lights. Oh yeah, dude, that looks like a proper grooming setup. Got to clean up our little spill there. All right, looking good. We are looking good. I was really thinking that this was going to have to be a 2-part job, but honestly, we are just soaring through this. And that's largely in part to the fact that I'm just kind of done with the jobs at this point, but definitely looking forward to doing our own thing here. We're going to find the gray wood. We'll get these doors placed in. Actually, I'll leave the glass. The glass is kind of cool. We've got our light switch placed down already, so we're going to do a ceiling tete there. And another just there. Click that on. Make sure that's plenty of light for the space. Looks good. And then we've got some cabinetry. Oh, this is like the kitchen area. I'm kind of thinking this is going to be like a kitchen slash break room type area. I'm not really sure at this point because the kitchen stuff is pretty large. This is a really small room to cram 6 chairs around this big old table here. But we got her done, ladies and gents, as we do. This ain't our first rodeo. Speaking of rodeo, we've got the ranch wall clock. That is going to go right up there. Looks pretty center if you ask me. And now for all these cabinets and stuff, dude. There's just not enough space in here, I don't think. Let's start out with this corner cabinet. I see we have another cupboard available, but I'm not sure it's going to be the right size to fit in between here. It doesn't look like it. This is like a really, really small one. Next set of cabinets going in has a built-in oven and like cooktop area. That looks pretty solid. We'll do the exhaust hood just above that. I saw we had some cabinets as well. So we're gonna have to make sure we have plenty of room for those. This one with the sink is gonna go just to the left of that. Kind of wish we had a window over here for the sink, but not the end of the world for sure. Coffee maker, so yeah, definitely a break room. But they could also make treats for the dogs and cats and all the other animals in this space, I'm sure. This guy is gonna go right above the sink area. Got to get that brought over just a little bit. And last but not least, we have the hanging set of saucepans, or I guess just pans in general. Where do we put these? Maybe up here? Maybe up here. Well, I like this better, actually. Just mounts up there on the wall. Sweet. All right, that is the kitchen slash break room complete already. Let's go back into here. We'll see what we're going to be doing in this space. Is this the cat room? That is so cool, dude. Wow, that's actually really neat. I'm always so surprised with these things because we really haven't messed around with hardly any of the pet stuff, really. They're also way larger than I thought they were going to be. They have their own light? Dude, these cats are so spoiled. Oh my, okay. That's awesome. That is really, really cool. So since we have so many different options for customization here, I'm going to do like 4 different colors of these things. Might as well. I am genuinely envious of the cats that get to live in here, you guys. This is nicer than my house. And I'm not even, that's not even a joke, all right? Last but not least, we've got 2 rectangular lights going right there and right there. Ooh, that's so close to being center. Just needs to go a tad bit to the left. And there we go. The cat room is sick. And I mean sick in the best way. Sick is good, you guys. Sick is good. Over here in the potty spot, I think they're just trying to emulate the sun as best as they can, because yet again, we've got 4 of the ceiling titties going up in all the corners. That looks pretty good to me. Oh, I forgot the light switch, dude. See, this is why you do the light switch first, because then once you're done, you can just flip them on and see what you think. Yeah, that's plenty bright. Definitely bright enough. What the heck is this? This isn't the potty spot. This is the cat's outdoor hangout spot. So we've got that placed up in that corner. The cat treadmill is going to go right there. If we had a cat, we could call the cat over there. Then we've got just little toys and stuff. We'll just kind of sprinkle these around, try to make it look sort of random. With the addition of these 3 beds and all the toys, along with the upright radiator there, that is the cat's outdoor hangout spot now complete. Sweet. So what do the dogs get, if you don't mind me asking, Morgan? What are we doing for the doggos? I guess we'll find out. So that must be the cat side, which is kind of ironic now looking at this, because we have the cat side going this direction already. But as the late, great Bob Ross would say, it's just a happy little accident. All right, let's move on to this room, which is just going to be storage. Kind of boring. It's literally all shelves, so I'm just going to knock this out. We'll move on to the next one. Okay, I kind of lied. Unintentionally. There's a little bit more to this room than just shelves. There's also 2 refrigerators, but that's it. I'm guessing this is probably where they're going to like store pet food for the most part, or like additional things, you know, what storage rooms are for. But this room over here is going to be Morgan's office. I can only assume. Morgan kind of strikes me as a pretty open door type guy, so for his office door, we'll keep the glass panes in there. Kind of makes sense. We've got the light switch in already. What sort of lighting are we doing in here, if any? Oh, this guy right there. It doesn't even look like a light in the store, so it kind of confuses me. The window's a little offset, so I'm going to try to center this in the room. We just need to go a little bit more to the right. And right there seems pretty close. Looks good. All right, and then Morgan's desk and everything is pretty easy to piece together. He does request a TV, which is interesting. Maybe he spends a lot more time here than I think. Wait, is he... He's not also living here. We would probably have a bedroom at this point, I would think. I've decided to place his desk down, but instead of being in the center of the room, just so he has plenty of space to get around, I butted it up against that wall there. Hopefully that's going to give him plenty of space. His desk chair is going to be exactly the same as his receptionist. You know, fair is fair. And then he has the exact same computer as his receptionist as well. Place that down, get that keyboard backlit yet again. Unfortunately, he also requires a fairly large office bookshelf. So everything we just placed on his desk has to get moved. This big old behemoth is the reason we had to scoot his desk out in the first place, but I think that looks pretty solid. Now we've got a document holder. So we'll place that right there, just close to the door. And then House Flipper Pets poster, of course. He's probably a huge fan of this DLC, so that's going to go right up there. And then last but not least, we just have some very, very simple binders. I'm going to place these over on like the entertainment center type area. Is there an option to fill these binders with things? No. Okay, we're placing just empty binders, I guess. That's cool. Office complete, though. Let's move on to the next few rooms. I think we're nearing the end here. These are going to be really, really cool. So this is the kennel area specifically for the dogs. We know that now because we just completed the cat area not long ago. But back here, I think this is going to be a bird area. So the dogs have the entire yard as their actual outdoor space, whereas the cats sort of have an indoor recreation of the outdoors. Oh, there's also bunny, guinea pig, iguana enclosures. This just gets better and better. We're going to start things off as we do with the light switch. I just quickly placed in another door leading into here, as well as a nice tall vertical radiator over there. I think that's going to be the best spot to put that because it's kind of the smallest wall in this room. But now we get to start adding in all these additional cages and things. So colorway for in here, I don't really know what I want to do. Should we just go with the gray wood? It's between gray wood or white wood. I think white wood looks quite a bit cleaner. So maybe let's go with that. I did have to change up the lights slightly just because of how tall these cages and things actually are, but we've got our aviary in place. Let's see what would look the best next to it. Let's go with the iguana terrarium. That looks pretty nice. Oh, I forgot how big this thing is too. Okay, can the radiator stay over there though? As long as the radiator's cool, I'm cool. Would you ever be able to get to it to actually do anything if it were to say, I don't know, break down? Absolutely not. But that's for Morgan to worry about, not us, you guys. Now we can place in our bunny enclosure. That's gonna go right over here if it'll let us. The bunny enclosure is much larger than it looks as well. Try to get it right up against these two walls. This is a little challenging at times. There we go. And then we're gonna have to make sure we go through and like add in all the food to these things as well. We'll do white wood on that. That looks a little weird. Let's do white and black just for a little bit better contrast. The pink's not doing it for me. We've got our guinea pig enclosure placed down now. Let's just quickly go around and make sure that we either can or can't feed these animals. We're gonna fill that with water, fill this one with food for the bunnies. Oh, that's cute. We actually like feed them vegetables and things. Okay, very, very cool. Over here though with the burb, looks like they're a little bit like the guinea pig. They sort of already start out with stuff. Their water is already full. I think that would be the food tray down there, or that's like a bath. Anyways, not super concerned with that. Let's see if there is a food bowl or anything in here. I'm not seeing it. And if you don't see something, it probably doesn't exist, right? That's why aliens aren't real. Or are they? I do need to go over here, though, so we can check these things out. See, oh yeah, gotta do this for all 4 of them now. We're gonna fill that one with food. We're gonna fill this one with water. I went with pink for food and blue for water, even though, like, the colors don't really match, if you know what I'm saying. It's just probably easier for the employees. That way they actually know what's supposed to go where. And then, even though most pets are colorblind, they'll probably get used to having food on one side and water on the other. Look at us. Look at us. Going above and beyond for this dude. What has he done for us? Nothing. Literally nothing yet. As soon as our animals get sick, though, this is the guy to call, for sure. He's got the setup. All right, last but certainly not least is going to be the dog area. We're going to start off with not the lights, but the light switch, and then we'll do the lights. With that done, that is it for the hallway portion of this space. Now, in all of these rooms, we're going to be adding in everything for these pups. They are going to have the spot. The absolute coolest spot in town. There it is. All right, let's do the sliders first, and then we can go through and do all the additional decor and things. It looks pretty straightforward, actually. I might just go through and place them all down and just kind of show you guys after the fact, because all the rooms are about the same size. So my guess is that internally, they're all going to have pretty similar decorations. Yeah, unsurprisingly, all of the rooms for the pups are pretty much the same. I tried to mix them up as best as I could, but ultimately they all have a bed, they all have one toy, they all have 2 bowls, one for food, one for water, and then like a bowl placemat, I guess you could call it. But like I said, they're all pretty much the same. So that is actually the job done, but I sort of already promised Morgan that I would mow the lawn for him. So I'm gonna do that, and then we can finally wrap this job up. Just a few minutes later, and the lawn is officially mowed. So you know how the cats have the indoor that's kind of like made to be an outdoor space? Now the dogs actually have a yard worth going out into, which is pretty great. Very, very happy for all the animals that are going to be staying here. Hopefully they end up finding some good homes and stuff. But let's go ahead and complete this job. Morgan is going to be paying us a whopping $53,000 for doing all this work for him. I feel like that's a bit much, but I'll take it. You know what? I'll take it. And now we get to see the before and after. That looks good. That also looks great, though the photo isn't the greatest. There's their little break room. I probably should have got my own photos for this whole space, but that's all right. Maybe we'll have one good one anyways. That's like the main entry point. That's a decent one, I guess. I'm cool with that. The yard, huge glow up there. And that's all she wrote. Now that we're back at home, I think that's where we're going to wind things down at for today. But once again, if you guys did enjoy, please leave a like, leave a comment, help support the dream by smashing that subscribe button, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Peace.